All right, no further ado. I'm going to bring to you my man, Mario Johnson with Barberview TV. How can you guys tap in to be sure you can catch a lot of what they're doing on your journey to
Yo,
your
yo, what up?
success? My
Oh,
guy,
it's been a long day.
what up?
Let
Oh,
me crank up my volume here.
we, I'm sure we'll talk about that. I'm sure. I mean, it's hard to talk about Mario without talking about his frequent flyer miles he gets from all the places he has traveled and will
Yeah, bro.
travel.
So thanks for having me on. I hope everything's well, man. It's an honor to be on part of the show, and shouts out to everyone who supported Barberview TV and United Barbers Club. It's definitely been a journey and a lot more to cover as we continue our journey to the barber culture, just bringing the awareness. So thanks for having me on today.
Bless you, my friend. For everybody who don't know, and they may be seeing the United Barbers Club and Barberview TV logo side by side, they hear us talk about you guys a lot, but I don't know if they know who you are or what you guys are doing for our industry. So I wanted to bring you on to enlighten everybody on the Barberview
Gotcha. Just
experience.
so my story is, you know, I been part of businesses like my entire life. I was in the aviation industry, and I retired from that. And then for me, I've always, ever since I had kids, right? I've always been picking up a camera. I've always been documenting stuff. That's been just what it's been forever, right? For this day and age. Because when me and you came up, you had the other the Polaroid joints, right? And so it's been quite interesting just to see that today industry where you're born and you have iPhone. We didn't have internet till like 91, 92. And I'm not talking about like the way it's accessible now. Like to go to the internet, you had to go to a library or you had to know someone who had some bread, who had it tucked off in the corner as some
Yeah.
experimental thing, right? It was it was quite different. But you know, just my love for filming has grown even when I was deployed. For those that don't know, I'm a disabled veteran in the Navy, or was in the Navy, but I was on board the USS John F. Kennedy, and filming the planes take off and land. You know that's always been my thing. And then from there, it kind of evolved into I got involved in music videos, and then I got involved in commercials, and then it just I've always done it like on the sideline, but never full time. And then when I exited out the aviation industry, I was like, I want to do this full time, right? And um, did a huge investment and just really took off, right? So as I was making the transition, I partnered with my homeboy, Barber Murph. What's up, Barber Murph? He's out there in Denver right now, and I used to get a cut at his shop. And he was like, "Man, I want to open up my bar. I want to open up a barber shop. I'm tired of cutting in someone's shop." And so I was like, let's do it. Cause me, I'm a Sagittarius. I just go get it. I'll figure out the answers later. But if you motivated to do something, if you have that love and that desire, I'm going to help you bring that to reality. That's always been what I've been about. So teamed up, got the barbershop. We just celebrated our 6th anniversary, April 5th, out there in Broomfield, Colorado. So that's for a lot of people don't understand. You don't make it past that first lease too often. so so when you re up on the lease, it's like, wait a minute, shit's going up. This is this much now. This is that much now. It's so it changes the game, right? So shouts out to Barbara Murphy for real. Um, and so from that point, and I'm not a barber, and I just want to put that out there. I've been part of the barber culture. I put tens and thousands of dollars
Yeah.
into barbers' pockets across from, geez, I've gotten haircuts from all over the world, San Diego to Portland, Maine to Dubai to wherever. So being part of the culture, understanding from a customer perspective what people want, that's been my driving force, and that's why we're the number one barbershop in Denver is having a customer first approach. So with that being said, as you hire people, as
Right.
you get quote unquote intimate with people's backgrounds and stuff like that, it just really dawned on me that people back in the day, I would say not now, we'll get into that later. Barbering was kind of like a last chance, kind of like, fuck, what I'm gonna do? I can't, I don't want to
Yeah.
work a 9 to 5. I don't want to work for nobody. I want to do me. So, but with that, just come this is my last shot opportunity. And I'm talking about, and Tamel, you own the shop too, man. You get people like who done prison time, that's done just just stupid stuff, and now they're like, this is my last chance to invest in something that I love doing. And and to me that was always fascinating. Just addiction, drug and alcohol. For those that want to make it, barbering has been just this independent platform of not only being an artiste, but also just having the ability to create, have a relationship, build social skills, and work on the craft. And so that really inspired me. And so in 2019, I had a person that I was going to enter business with, but he was not mature enough, and he was not responsible enough or had the mental capacity. He needed to clean up stuff himself. And we'll get into the branding later and who you partner with and the brand that you're trying to portray, and what that looks like. So I decided just to say, you know what? I'm just going to do it all myself. I'm going to go all in. And that's when I launched Barberview TV. I started doing research and development like in 2020 because I had to get all the content together, and I knew, being inspired by the stories from behind the chair, I kind of had an idea what I wanted to do, and it kind of morphed into what we have today. One thing I hated is,
Yeah.
and I still hate to this day, I just I don't like going on Instagram and seeing cuts. Like that's cool for the customer. Now, mind you, there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, as the person that's trying to like understand more about the person, a cut doesn't tell me who you are. That shows me that you could cut, but it doesn't show me who you are as a person.
Yeah.
And for the barber, they may look at it, but they may have something in that person that's inspirational that'll really take them to the next level or inspire them. So in my mind, I'm thinking I want to put these stories out. I want to showcase barbers in a way that hasn't been done before. I'm going to invest all this money and all this time, and I'm just going to go for it, right? And that's what I did. I started shooting my first series called In the Cut that features barbershops all over the world. Shouts out to Barbecue in Colorado Springs. He was one of my first episodes, and the episode was okay because when you're framing stuff, it's kind of like your first haircut. And then from there,
Yeah.
it kind of morphed into what it is today, which is just highlighting the beauty of the haircut and the culture and the stories and putting it all into one across a ton of different series that we're offering. So yeah, shoot.
Let me ask you a question real quick. What made you go from being in Colorado? I'm thinking like if I was to start that, my mindset is let me just capture a lot of the things that's going on around me, a lot of the barbers that's going on around me, and tell their stories. But it sounded like you caught the one in Colorado, and then you like, I want to go to Dubai and see what barber life is in Dubai. And when did you transition from
Yeah,
the
so when
states
I
to
was,
out of state?
yeah, that's a good question. When I was in the Navy, right, you deploy a lot. So you get a chance on an aircraft carrier, you go to all these different cities. And in 2002, we pulled into Dubai, right? Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to do too much of Dubai because we were there for Operation Enduring Freedom, which happened. We were the aircraft carrier that went out there after 9/11, went down, you know what I'm saying? So we could see Dubai, but we couldn't go because there wasn't a security plan for us. But as we was going there, we
Gotcha.
stopped in Barcelona, we stopped in Greece, and we stopped in the islands, and that what kind of gave me the travel bug, right? Just seeing those places, seeing the culture, um, exploring and doing those things. And then when the barbering piece came along, it just took it to the next level for me to where I'm like, wait a minute, I wonder how it is to get a cut here and get a cut there, and that's how that all came together. So
So now you're traveling around, you're capturing the stories
yeah.
of barbers around the world, right? And this is what you're grabbing to put on your network. So how easy or how hard it was to, well, how did you think of like creating a network? I mean, you could have just captured this stuff and put it on YouTube. You could have captured it and made the stories on Instagram. You wanted to do the network. So how did
So
that
I
come
just
out?
didn't want
Come
to
about?
be a person that says I got a TV network, and but it's a could I cuss on here? Could I cuss? Could, okay. So
Yeah. Oh shit.
and no disrespect to people, right? But when you go to the store, right, to buy Jordans, you buy Jordans. You don't buy like the knockoff shit, right? You buy the Louis bag. You don't buy the fake one, right? So there's a lot of people that have an idea of of like what it should be. But my inspiration honestly came from Anthony Bourdain. Rest in peace to Anthony Bourdain. He traveled all over the world and ate food everywhere. And I was
Yes.
like, that's
Yeah.
dope. So to me, I was
Yes.
like, damn,
Yeah.
that'd be dope if I could integrate that into the barber world. And so that,
I,
yeah, yeah. And so
I
that
could see.
really inspired me. He literally went everywhere. And just like him being a chef, he wanted
Yes.
to know what other chefs were doing in different spots. And mind you, full disclosure, I'm not a barber. I'm just a barbershop owner and a
Yeah.
business person who has had a lot of different business adventures that was very successful. And when I wanted to do something, I wanted to do it right. So I wanted to go all in. I wanted to raise the bar. I invested in equipment. I invested in my time um, and it was hard. It was kind of like being a door-to-door salesman. Hey, I'm Mario from Barbecue TV. Let me come to your shop and film. There was so much. There was so many people. Shouts out to those who never responded to me. Shouts out to those who was just all cap. Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And then you know, to me that also painted a picture on how people are from the interior to the exterior, because the Sagittarius, we're extroverts, right? We're always out and we're doing this, but people are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hit you up. To me it's
Oh,
kind of like, dude, don't waste my time. If I'm engaging you in something, number one, I'm flying 4,000 miles away to film you, like on my dime, right? Number two, like that's not good for humans. Like, be authentic. Don't say yes, I'm gonna do something, and flip the script, right? And not commit to it once I fly in and bring all this equipment and all this whole production behind me, right? So to me, your word is everything, and your commitment to the craft is that. But that's the thing. I'm a customer at the end of the day. Will you turn down a person that's going to give you $50 for a haircut? Why are you turning down me that's bringing the camera to let people around the world see what you do? I don't understand. But it's a trust thing, and everyone says that until they get to the point of making a decision. I got a lot of people, even when I was at CT Expo last year. Oh, let's hook up, let's hook up. I could show you, I could go live on this phone and show you the repeated attempts I want to just hit these people up, right? And unfortunately, they're just fake. And at the end of the day, I'm a realist. You have to present yourself in a way that's authentic. And if you fake, bro, just say, you know what, I'm fake. I don't want to be interested. There's nothing wrong with saying that. I rather I know up front than on the back end once I invest my time. So I put a lot of
oh
hard
yeah.
work into it. I went to shop after shop. Then I took my show on the road. I went to Colorado Springs first. My second show was in Fargo, North Dakota. Shouts out to Will. Will was like, dude, come on to Fargo. I don't care, right? So to me, once I was in Fargo, North Dakota, in the middle of a town that's all white, and he's a black barber from Haiti with a full shop of a 24 chair shop, that's a game changer. People are like, how the hell? Then I went to Alaska and I found a shop. Shouts out to my man Juan. He was like, dude, just come by the shop. And a shop full of Puerto Ricans in Anchorage, Alaska, cutting hair. But the
Wow.
problem is like this: I can't even get love in my own place that I want to record at without, oh, I'll get back with you later. When someone, and that's just
Yes.
the value of relationships to me. Like if you say you're going to do something, um, say just be about it at the end of the day. And I've always been that way. So that's what inspired me. Anthony Bourdain from his shows traveling all over the world, and I spent a crazy amount of money developing the programming, getting things like apps and TV channels. Like we're on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Roku, and the the Apple app and the Android app. That just shows you, yeah, like
And you,
I'm,
you're
yeah, like
a
I'm
five.
really going out there showing you that this means this much to me, and to me that is my credit for anywhere that I go. I'm showing you that I want to invest in the culture, and no one's paying that but me. But the thing is this: um, barbers are being they're so important right now. Not only for mental health to help bring you down on a crazy day. If you gotta fix something in the house, someone be like, "Yo, I know a plumber. I know." Like you're like you know everything, right? And so to me, it's important. Barbers just don't know how dynamic they are on every facet of life. So to me, that's valuable to me. I've heard some great stories, good banter, good advice. Just it's a good spot to be at. But us, we dub ourselves as almost like we're treating ourselves as a TV network, not just someone going on IG Live saying, "Yo, this is so and so on this TV channel." No, we've invested. We're flying. We've branched off and we're doing all other types of products too to support the cause and support the culture. Because at the end of the day, like it's all about
Yes.
you guys. This is a renaissance period for barbers. Just like the chefs have their renaissance period where there's like three different food channels. You got chefs being rock stars. Yo, they're not even cooking no more. They're just hosting shows and taking tips.
Those are white
Exactly.
amateurs cook or people that want that
Exactly.
platform
Exactly.
to
Like
cook.
like
Yeah.
they're not even cooking no
Right.
more. You know. And so
No,
to me, it's
no.
kind of like using your life experiences as a barber and just having a good attitude to advance that conversation and also display it in a way that's
Yeah.
beautiful. And to me, that when I kick back after I record a show and watch it, I always like watch it as if I'm a person who knows nothing about barbering, and it just makes me feel a certain kind of way to kind of see how things have transitioned. And here we are. We're almost at a year. We've been open since June of 2022. So this June will be 1 year, and we've went from one follower to 33.1 thousand followers, 49 different countries, 250,000 viewers, and it's just been a very interesting moment, and we haven't even touched the surface. I mean, but
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about like being in all those different countries. And I know you got the analytics on like who's watching what. I mean, how much of one country is watching Barbecue TV? What is your most views? Where are your most views coming
well,
from
let me
at this
have my
at
last
today?
comment and do that real quick. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, right? I'm gonna just share a story with you that kind of speaks on behalf of sometimes people want to trust but verify, and 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 that's a good
Yeah.
thing that people do that, but also it also kind of reveals who you are as a person when you're putting everything into it. So back in 2003, I was getting a haircut from one of my barbers, and he was like, "Man, you know what would be dope if we could launch if we had like a hip hop magazine in Jacksonville, Florida, because Jacksonville piggybacked off of other cities to get like what's hot and what's not.
Down.
It's kind of like what Sacramento went through. Like you guys was going against what was in the Bay, and the Bay was following what was in New York, so it all kind of ties in, right? And so I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna make a magazine, dude. The only experience I had was making a yearbook in the 10th grade, right? But So what I did was, and I'll grab it. I actually have it. I'll show it to you later. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make a hip hop magazine, and I'm going to use it, and I'm going to bring hip hop to Jacksonville, Florida. And I did that. I learned how to edit. I was always a good writer. I took great photography, and I went. I wish I could grab it right now. I literally took a white folder, one of those fancy clear white folders that was like shiny. I went to Kinko's, for those OGs out there, to make a sticker that had MVP magazine on it. Put it on the front. Inside of
Hey.
it, I made a mock-up. I made a mock-up of what the first episode uh, edition was going to look like, and I had all of these stats. I flew to Universal Records, Motown. Um, I cold called them. I'm like, yo, I want to come and show you guys what I got in Jacksonville. This is an untapped market. Here's the demo, blah, blah, blah. I just want to come and chop it up with you guys, right? So I did that. So I showed up, and I shouts out to my homegirl, Vicky Charles. She's one of the VPs for Cash Money Records and also for Universal Motown. And I gave him a pitch, and I left there with a big ass check for advertisement with not even having one episode out, because just the way that I presented my data, the way I leveraged it, and we took off. And that just shows you kind of like how it was. And when I brought the magazine to Jacksonville, Florida, I had access to people. I was at the Source Awards. Like, I got pictures with Tupac's mom and the Brad and Ghostface, and just, it was crazy. Like Ice Cube and all these places, but I was in business mode. I didn't fan out. I was like, I have to get this shot, right? And I had to do those things. And so, the long story short, I was able to leverage even getting acts for free. Like, shouts out to Ti. I was able to book Ti for $8,000, no, $4,000, and bring him to a club. If you know how much it costs to book a guy now, they want to. I I had Akon. Akon was on Universal Records because I had the relationship because of the magazine. And Akon was like, "Yo, we got this new kid coming out. He's from Africa. Nobody heard of him. His name is Akon. He's got a single called like Monkey Dancer or something crazy. I think I still may have the CD." And it was like, we could bring him to any club for $2,000. And I was like, I ain't gonna fuck with that dude. I don't know. I mean, just think about that for 1 second. Akon for $2,000, and he went off to take off, right? So, and I brought hip hop and legitimacy and shows to Jacksonville. I wasn't like the creator of it, but I'm the one that says it can be done.
Amen.
And to have Ti, to have who else? Yin Yang Twins, to have just all these hip hop acts come through to a club that I partnered with my homie E. Shout out to my homie E. He kind of bankrolled me getting those people. I leveraged my relationship with the magazine to say, yo, I'm with MVP Magazine. I want you to come on through to this club. That brought the price all the way down. And so, I got into the negotiation, the relationships, the building something from scratch and bringing it up. And I did that in 2003. So to me, making this TV network was a little different because I was playing with real money
Yeah.
at the time. And it was just, but that just shows you kind of like my grind on how it is. But once again, Jacksonville, to your point about bringing, you know,
Review TV around the world.
yeah, like analytics and stuff. Like, I brought hip hop to Jacksonville, which in return spread out. And we had local acts like Tampa Tony and all these other cats in Jacksonville, Florida. But it was dope to kind of see it come through us and then back out, right? So right now, you was asking most viewed. I'm looking at the countries here, audience. And so let's see here. And it's pretty sad, but the top is literally Brazil, and then it's Turkey, and then it's Morocco, and then it's the United States.
Wow.
Now I want to put people up on game, and I'm looking at this up like literally like right here. I'm pulling up the analytics, and so this is the thing, right? every time I go to a barbershop out the country, um, the first thing we develop, like, oh, I'm following Caesar in Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm checking out Jay Majors. We're checking, they're checking for us every day. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my man Vo in Vietnam. I just came from Vietnam a couple months ago, and barbering is not even a profession in Vietnam. They get $10 a cut. Shouts out to Colombia and Medellin. They're getting $3 a cut, and that is with a facial. You know what I'm saying? So they're just trying to gain legitimacy, and everyone's like, bro, one day I'm gonna make a career out of this. They're starting from the
Mm.
ground, right? So to me, it's just so inspirational, and they don't care what it takes, you know. And so they're trendsetters. But this is damning to me, right? This is damning because as the most influential country, we're not reaching out. No one in the United States is checking out for Barbecue TV as much as they should, and we're fucking in Las Vegas, Nevada. So that's tying it
Yeah.
all in. But mind you, because everyone has it. There's a lot of people out there. There's this big change. You could also say that the demographic is changing, right? Um, and it's sad. It's sad, but it's also alert. It shows us exactly where we were at and how much far we have to go. I'm looking at age. So the biggest age is 25 to 34. Behind that is 18 to 24. Behind that is 35 to 44. Um, and the OGs are like in last place, but they're spending the most time looking at
'Cause We
content
ain't,
to try to catch up.
we ain't got nothing else.
they're, they're spending the most time on platforms trying to be like, oh, how he did that little part in the eyebrow. No, I'm kidding. I'm saying, like, but it's like that just shows you, like, you could never stop learning, you could never stop supporting. And for all those people, and it's not really a cry to go to Barbecue TV, even though I would love for you to go to Barbecue TV on all platforms plus YouTube. It just shows you, man, like we forget when we was waiting for that one person to come into our chair just so we could like eat and possibly pay booth rent and wait for walk-ins. And just don't forget where you come from in the industry. You give back to the industry, and the industry will give back to you. And that's what kind of segued into the relationship with the United Barbers Club and Barbecue TV. But I just kind of wanted to share that, kind of bring it like full circle on how things are in the world,
Yeah.
And I literally have it in the world today, and it's quite concerning. It's not surprising,
Yeah.
but we really need to stop. And I'm saying this as a barbershop owner. I don't care how you feel about it, because I have a successful shop with my partner, and I could say that. And I'm not trying to front like a barber, but I know business. I've managed multi-million-dollar processes as a program manager. I know what it takes. I am, at heart, but also I'm a customer, and I obsess over my customers to the point to where I make sure their experience is top notch. And so that's where my love and passion it comes from.
We have a question on here from Young Cutter. It says, where would you say is the most unique barbers, and what would you say the most similarities between barbers?
Wow. Let's see. Man, I mean, shouts out to London Champs Barbershop, man. Like, um, I'm gonna use a a foreign approach, because just like the United States, London is a place where they would accept any and everybody, right? And their grind there, like, shouts out to my man Franco. He cuts me up every time I go to London. And he was a barber from Venezuela. No, he was a person from Venezuela that his dad was a chef. So he decided to go to Panama, save up his money to go to school in Panama, to be a chef. Then he graduated from there, paid like all this money to go to London to be a chef, and didn't know no one, just was gambling on himself, and then and then he learned he didn't like cooking, and they got to a dispute, and he was friends with my homie, what's up, Fluff, out there in London as well. And he was like, and they both Venezuelan. He was like, look, dude, just come to the shop. I'll teach you how to cut hair. He was like, nah, fuck that. I want to learn the chef thing. And then one time, Franco and the chef got into a dispute, and I guess he got fired or he quit. So he went to the shop. He was like, fuck it. I want to learn how to cut hair now. And this is a person that came from two different countries into the most expensive country in the world, London, and say, fuck it, I'm gonna be a barber. And he started off sweeping the floor, watching and watching, and then more confidence. And then he's been cutting for like 4 years, man. And he is cold blooded, bro. He's the most coldest dude under 25 that I've met. Next to my man Fade Don, that's in my shop. That's in my shop from Guam. And so they have everything to lose and don't really care about anything except being successful, because they didn't have shit.
Yeah.
For those who know, Venezuela is going through some
Sure.
shit right now. You
Yes.
know, it's very, very hard, right? And so, and Fluffy from Venezuela, everyone from that shop is from somewhere, you know. And the similarities is they have the drive that every barber has to be good, but the flip side is they have the most to lose. You know what I'm saying? And they're willing to lose it to chase what they want in life. And that's I mean, you can't get any more authentic than that, because here in the United States, I mean, there's so many programs and government's just throwing out money and stuff. But when you're away from your country 2 times removed and you're taking a gamble on yourself like that, that just shows you. And the same for Dubai too. Shouts out to my man MK. I'm coming out there soon to Dubai, bro. All of the people that's in his shop, you can get sponsored from other countries. So shouts out to my homie, the smallest barber, who's out in Lagos, Nigeria. He came to work at the shop at MK Barbershop UAE, if you want to follow them on IG. And he started cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting. And he got sponsored, and you have to sign like a contract. And then he went back to, because he's thinking, I'm gonna go to Dubai and cake up. But he was like, wait a minute, I'm gonna go back home
Yeah.
and cake up. And that's what he did. He got all the experience, and he's cutting like everybody, like soccer players, movie stars. Shouts out to him, man. I'm definitely gonna be out there pretty soon, as soon as I get a chance. But it just shows you, man, like they just grind different, man. And when you're leaving your country, I was talking to one dude at the shop in UAE. He learned how to cut hair in a concentration camp,
Mm.
and he was cutting people in the concentration camp just to give them some normalcy. So when you hear stories like that, the shit that we deal with, talking about some, oh, the damn Chick-fil-A line too long, dude. Like, oh, some real shit, bro. Like,
Line do be too long. No, that line be hell up.
when you're living that
Wow.
life, you could go cut at Supercuts and still make money or whatever. Not to knock that, but I'm just saying, like, they're just trying to survive and send money back home. And
Do you
so
feel that they find passion in it, or is it survival in it?
I'm going to say passion and survival, because that's their gateway to make
Yeah.
money, right? In return, kind of flips it in that direction. And you know, barbers, you know, out there when you got something, you know when your shit's tight as blurry. You're like, yeah, I got this now, I'm good. And so now it's kind of like, now you could elevate and start charging. And so they don't know that. They literally, like Franco, swept the floor
Mm.
every fucking day until he saw. It wasn't like in London, you take like a 7-week course and that's it. And then the shop is responsible for training you. There's no hour system. It's all about, like, yeah, for real. It's about like it's like you get a license and then you're cutting, right? And so think about this. You have no training and you're doing that. Um, That's pretty awesome because you have to have the courage, like you watch sweeping the floor and you watching, and one day you're gonna be like, "Fuck!" One day I gotta pick up those clippers and I gotta try, right. And shout out to my man Juan, bro, my man Juan, and at Genesis Barbershop in Anchorage. He used to cut hair in Dominican Republic, and he moved to he got drafted, played single A ball, couldn't couldn't make it to the major leagues. So he went to Alaska to be a mover because a lot of people move in and out of Alaska.
Hmm.
And his story was he cut everybody's hair on the fucking bar on the baseball team. Just cut, 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 cut. And his shit is, and he's dope, man. He's a dope barber, man. He's like a machine, bro. You sit in a chair, I know me and you talked about like how many haircuts you put down, and you said you're doing like 30-minute cuts, and I think he's doing less than that, bro. He's like a fucking machine, man, and he's just got a dope shop, man, and everyone goes to that shop, and I'm actually gonna go check him back
Hmm.
out again, back to Alaska, but man, like when you hear the immigrant side of it, it's far more than, oh yeah, I'm a I'm gonna just go to school and do this and that and take out a couple loans, bro. They don't have student loans. Their shit is like, I gotta eat. I don't know what I'm gonna do, and it's that simple.
Hey, real quick,
Um,
I want to give a shout out to Tyreek Jackson. He's on
oh,
here. And I do want to talk about the shows that you have on your platform that people can go check out today. I know Tyreek is a big part of that. So, if you don't mind, like, tell us about some of the stuff that you've captured through these months, and what do people have to look forward to? What may be coming down the pipe?
gotcha. So shouts out to Tyreek, man. And Tyreek told this story, and he'll tell you, he'll be glad to share the story. Uh, Whenever I ask my barbers, who's the best person to capture a story on, Tyreek was always coming up at the top of the list, man. So when I was in Alaska, because I got stood up, I was in Fairbanks, Alaska. I flew there first, and a barber, I flew all the way to Fairbanks first, and a barber ghosted me. That was a 7 hour flight,
Mm.
$250 hotel, and I got a food, and I'm trying to like capture barbering in Fairbanks, and the dude stood me up. So I walked to the subway because that's fine dining in Alaska, like Subway, right? So I'm texting. I'm like, "Hey, Tyreek, this is Mario from Barbers. I know I have that message in my DMs. I would love to come and know about your school and shoot you." He called me on Instagram video immediately. I'm like, "Oh shit, this is him." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, what's going on?" And I gave him my elevator pitch, and he's like, "Dude, if you want to come, I'm here. Let me know when you're coming." And I went to Anchorage to go film my man Juan at Genesis Barbershop in Anchorage, and then I made the trip back to Denver, and then I flew to Philly. I showed up. I was all about my word. I was very respectful of his time, and I was all in his school, and that created the documentary New School, a Tyreek Jackson story. We shot that in 4 months, 100 hours of video, and it was a very rewarding a very rewarding piece. And I've never done a documentary that deep, nor have I filmed a documentary before, but I knew I had something. And so, I talked to all the barbers. I went to their field day. We went to go cut hair at a homeless shelter in Philly. We went all in, man. We went to every phase of a barber school possible, and back and forth with Tyreek on his hour-and-a-half commute back and forth from Lancaster, PA, back to Philly. And we actually won 13. We had 13 nominations for best documentary across the globe, and so people are seeing the barber culture on display in a way that they haven't seen before. That's given more excitement, and it's blowing up, man. In fact, we're in negotiations now with Netflix, trying to see if there's something there, and I didn't know. I mean, I knew I wanted to do something really long and detailed, and that kind of showed me my range that I didn't know I had. But like a barber, you want to push yourself. If you're a black barber and a white dude go in your chair, and you're like, "Fuck, I can't put clippers on this shit. I gotta go with the scissor work, right?" So I just pushed myself, and out of that came all these accolades and awards from across the globe. And we're launching another documentary um, this year about the lady barber. And sorry, it was supposed to come out a long time ago, but um, as we're scaling, we're understanding kind of like we have to pace ourselves to be able to put out more quality
Yeah.
content, which in return, the trade-off is we're not putting out as much, but the things that we put out is of quality. So, and we're growing our team. I mean, and we're doing a lot more other things too. But that's the story behind Tyreek, and Tyreek's on our podcast network. We have a podcast network. United Barbers Club is on our podcast network, and we're here to give the barbers full immersion of the barber culture, comedy, jokes, real life. Like you want to be honest, right? And so our platform is respected. We're on 22 different podcast channels, including the iHeartRadio. Even if you're in your Tesla, right, or whatever, but we're not. We this is serious. Like we're not doing this as like a punchline. I'm scaling a global, and this is different. This is not like, and I knew, I'm sorry, I don't mean to hop everywhere, but I knew when I started this, it wasn't just going to be a shop. It was going to be a global thing. So for those that don't understand, like when you open up a shop, you just have to focus on that shop. But just imagine if you had to open up 40 shops all at the same time with the same quality. And that's kind of what Barber View TV had to do, because I know I didn't want to keep it just to the United States. So that's why things are taking a little bit longer to roll out. They're a little bit more detailed, but it's for a specific reason. And once we start to get all of our team in place, then we could expand the way we want to expand. But we're reaching out to, we're in London, Germany, Turkey, Israel. I mean, we're in all of those corners, and that's a great thing to have someone in a different country watch your stuff and make comments, and it's just a great story all around. So
Oh, bro, we're definitely excited to have met you and to have the opportunity to partner up with you. We love what you've been doing with us. We can't wait to continue the rest of this journey with you and see how far we can go, because your platform ties into what we want to do. That's why we changed our name from the Sacramento Barbers Club to the United Barbers Club. We wanted to be more open to the world. And I know with you guys' support and your platform, you're going to help us get there, as well as we're trying to get you guys many views and people to chime in to this network, because it's going to just keep growing and keep adding more enlightful and insightful content for everybody. I have a question for you that I'm really curious, with you being in all these different places. Some of these places are third world countries, I believe. What is the most unique thing you've seen? I know we see Instagram posts with the guy lighting the hair on fire and doing that. Have you seen anything like crazy or something that we definitely don't do here, but they definitely just, that's their thing over there?
yeah, so short answer, no. Um, what I see is just an amazing story. Old Clippers in Vietnam. I mean, the haircuts they were putting out with the equipment that they had
Mm,
is a testament to the grind. And also, I'm all about longevity. So to me, to do the latest craze, dude, do you remember when you used to be able to watch the news? And I swear, the one headline story would be across like a week. Now you got like 2 minutes to digest that shit, and it's gone. And if you lose it, you spend all the time trying to Google that physical
yeah.
story. And so to me, I'm not about the gimmicks. I'm about the long lasting impression of what that barber, that shop, that country, and just the soul of that barber could cast on everyone in the world. And it's dope. Like I've reached out to a couple barbers in Turkey, so they're definitely on my radar just to see what it's about. To me, I'm all about what it's about versus seeing the 8 second clip and send it alone, right? And so we definitely have plans to go that way as well. I mean, we're definitely going to expand pretty quickly. We have some strategic things in place to make sure that we have global domination in that space because we want to represent it the right way. We're not coming in gimmicky. We're coming in with quality and story and substance. And to me, it's kind of like crypto versus a stock that you hold on to forever, right? Like this ain't fast bread. This is long bread, right? And we want it to have a long lasting impression because for those that don't understand, when Instagram goes away, Facebook went away, MySpace went away, blackpeoplemeet.com for those who went on that shit. those the those things go, and they're gone. How are you going to capture
Yeah.
that? You can't just download your Instagram shit. I mean, we're trying to memorialize everyone that wants to be memorialized. This is your network. I tell people all the time, hit me up. I'll fly here, I'll fly there. I will admit, schedule's really crazy. I'm only one person and I'm expanding slowly, but we're also trying to make sure that we measure twice, but we cut one time.
What
And we're trying to be, say again?
I was gonna ask you a question, but you can finish.
No. So that's our thing, and we just as we expand, we have some very awesome plans for the rest of this year and 2024. Like to go from 0 to 33,000 followers, that's great, right? But to go from 0 to 250,000 viewers across 49 countries, to me, that's the biggest take. And in all honesty, if one person, and that's what I like when I was at CT Expo, right? I was telling myself, I'm like, if one person can watch my TV network, that's for them, then that's one person more that I didn't have. So my mentality is even that way. And but we're gonna put it in your face until you watch it. No?
Now you made me lose my train of thought. I had a good question. God, doggy Mario.
It's all right. But for those once again, you can follow me at Barberview TV. Check us out on every platform, and we're here to stay. And I want at the end of the day, I'm gonna take a word. I'm gonna take a page out of my man Dame Dash, and Dame Dash is an acquired taste for those that don't understand how business is. Um, Jay-Z has always been like a person that he wants to have all the control. Dame wanted to give everybody control so they could all eat. And Dame was like, I don't want to have one king because if that one king dies, we're fucked. He said, if I have 10 kings, one king die, I got 9 left. Everybody eats. And to me, I want to have this, I want to have the moment to where someone says, I was on Barberview TV and it changed my life. It allowed me to hook up with this product. It helped me to put me in the limelight that was better than what I had before. Because it's not about Instagram. It's about content. It's about licensing. I have, and this is going to happen pretty soon. Vice TV is going to call me and say, yo, Vice TV has all kind of crazy programming. Yo, we like your show in the cut. We want to license it for one season just to see where it goes. That's the kind of shit that I'm trying to be on. I'm not trying to be on the tortilla slap challenge or the dancing shit. Like, that's not going to pay your fucking bills, And to me, my investment in this is to where everybody could eat. Like, I want everybody to win. I don't want one person having a nice car. I want all of them to have a nice car. Just like the barbershop in Denver, bro. Like, to go from the shop, and shouts out to Chris, like, he's a barber that has like a $500,000 home, my partner. You don't do that but unless you're committed to the cause. You got to show your money, which means you have to show the man how much you're making. But that just shows you, like, and he's not on IG like that. He's on there, but he's not on there. But his goal is to, like, I want quality of life. Because truth be told, barbers are like rappers to me. Think about this. the barbering is a gateway, just like Drake. Drake don't make all that money rapping. He's fucking got licensing deals. He's got this. He's got that. That's where the bread comes from, right? And so I want people to understand that you are your brand. Now, outside of
My
that,
question.
yeah,
Sorry, I don't hate to cut you off,
no,
but now I got my trainer, and I don't want
got it.
to. Hey, what entails you going fly wherever and do a story on the barber? What is it that you're capturing, or how long is that whole experience? Is it a couple of hours? Is it a day, a couple of days? What does that look like?
Man, I mean, I've been to some barber shops where I've captured everything in 4 hours. Sometimes I gotta dig a little deeper because I think there's something special there. Like the In the Cut episode from London, that really it speaks to me because I capture just every personality with a featured cut. I go around London and I shoot it. So to me, it was kind of like I was bringing people into London, but also into the life of that barber and what makes him tick. So it depends on what I capture. And sometimes, like, I'm working on the Lady Barber project, dude. I got to go back and I go through my video footage, like, oh fuck, I forgot to ask about this because I want that to be in there, and I want the viewer to feel that passion, and so that's where that comes about. So man, that's a sliding scale of everything, and it's very interesting to say the least. But like when I went to Barcelona, I shot that episode in 4 days. It still hasn't dropped yet, but it will be dropping. When I went to London, I had to fly to London 3 times.
Mm.
It's 3 separate times to do that. So it just depends on the vibe, what the barber is giving me, the stories, and the customers, because we ask the customers like, "Yo, what about this? What about that?" And they're giving you that authenticity of why they come to the shop, what makes them want to come to the shop, what they love about the shop, and that is something that will bring a long-lasting impression to the industry.
I feel you. Guys, if y'all have not been paying attention or you guys just tapping in, we are talking to Mario Johnson, founder, CEO, president, owner of Barber View TV. It is a platform for the stories of barbers around the globe. United Barbers Club is featured on there. We got a couple of different episodes on there. He's filmed our for the Culture Barber Battle. He filmed our podcast out in Vegas. We got some more work that we're doing with him. We're very honored to be a part of his project and his journey. So, guys, if you're not following him or is not tapped into Barberview TV, go do that when we get off of this. Bird Minna, oh my God, Bird Minna, I gotta tap in with you. I need you. I need you to hop on this live one day. I, Bird Minna, he's a unique individual, young and my God, he's doing it. But guys, I want. Did you get my text, Mario? Did you get something to drink?
So I got the 12-year Japanese whiskey that I picked up when I was in Japan called Nika. And this shit here will change your life.
I already changed
Look at
my
that there.
expression.
This is a 12-year whiskey, bro. And it is like, this would be my second time tapping this. So I just wanted to bring something special on,
Guys, how was
Uh,
the time? Was it what is it? Was it smooth? Is it yeah?
oh, dude, it's crazy, bro. Like when you drink this whiskey, it changes every couple of seconds that you're drinking it, and it's dope, man. But I had this I had this I went to like a whiskey shop in Japan, and I picked this up and spent like 200 on it, but it's well worth it for sure.
Wow. Bergman, one of us is coming to the CT Expo. I'm not able to come. I have something going on. But my God, bro, much um, prayers and wishes to your success and the things that you're doing. And we hope that one day have you come host one of our shows or team up with us for. But Mario, so we're finna play. We call it the United Barbers Club Fast Money Round. So. On this one, I'm gonna be nice. You get the top two answers. You don't you can win. You know, you don't gotta get the number one answer. All right. So
All
the
right.
thing is, if you don't get it, you gotta take a drink. If you get it, I'll take a drink.
All right. This is going to be fun because I wanted to save this for a special occasion. I don't know how far down I'm going to drink it down.
See,
We'll
here goes.
see.
See.
Yeah.
All right. First question. We asked 100 people, and the top six answers on the board. I need you to get the top two answers. Tell
All
me the
right.
type of gun that doesn't shoot bullets.
Oh, fuck. Let me just pour. Hold on. A gun that doesn't shoot bullets. A pellet gun? Oh, shit. Here we go.
Wait. I'm giving you two chances. Get two
All right.
chances.
All right.
Pellet gun, no. That's a somewhat of an answer, but it's at the bottom.
I get another shot?
Yeah.
Uh, BB gun.
BB gun was number four. Top
Oh!
two answers is nail gun as the number one answer and stun gun, number two answer. Go ahead and take a drink. I'm gonna drink with you anyway.
Oh, my God. All right. And for those that don't know, that's about how much you want to pour for some pimp shit. You know what I'm saying? Look,
Ah,
pinky,
let me see.
pinky, pinky,
Pinkies up.
pinky's in the air. Here we go, man. You guys, if you ever, well, there's no more stimulus checks, but when you get some bread, I need you to get some of this. And the tax season is ending so when you get your rapid refund, go ahead and take care of yourself.
Yes,
Here we go.
sir.
Mm. Man, that is, bro. Just come to Vegas, bro, and hit this. This shit is it's life changing.
Well, thank you, sir. I'm drinking.
Well, if I keep getting these fucking questions wrong, we ain't gonna have no more left, dog.
Michael, I just seen your answer, glue gun. That would have been a good one, but that's nowhere on my board. I'm so sorry, sis.
Mm.
All right, all right.
Woo! That was a good shot. Holy shit, that was good.
Mm. And I can't even ask this because this is not like modern times. Uh, okay. And the way I know you think, you should get this one. I'm only giving you top two answers. Other than wood, name a material that might be used when building a house.
Oh, sheet metal.
You're too analytical. You missed that by.
That's the problem. The way I think of things, build a house. You build a house
Other than
with
wood, name a
siding,
material that might be used when building a house. Other than wood.
sheetrock.
I'm
Yo,
gonna drink, which I feel bad for you.
no, but I have a question. When you say build a house, and this is just me and my analytical
I
brain,
know.
you could use a lot of things to build a house. But go ahead and give me the go ahead and give me the
I'm gonna
list.
give you the top five.
All right.
Steel,
That's what I
that's number
okay.
five.
All right.
Concrete, nails, glass, and bricks.
But you
Sorry.
need sheetrock to form the
But we didn't
motherfucking
say
walls, dog.
we didn't say that it's not possible.
Oh,
It's just not on
oh my
the list.
God. Oh, where are these people from?
But
What you know what's funny, bro?
this
You
might
know
be
what's funny?
this might be 1999 answers and questions. 'Cause it actually
Because
it had a question. I'll give you this one right here. It's like name a place where you use coins, and I'm like, oh God, oh, coins.
yeah, because basically, yeah, because whenever I watch Family Feud, I always have to tell myself they're asking 100 people, but what city are they polling those people? Because one time they say name the biggest pop star, some of the clear people wasn't on the list. And I'm like, wait a minute, did they answer that shit in Iowa somewhere? Like, what's missing, right? But I'll go ahead and pour again, man. I mean, I don't want to, but I have to.
Oh, hey, this is a good one right here. This is a,
I'm gonna just pour it light right
yeah,
there,
I'm gonna
only because
yes,
I
the
swear.
boy Bricks was number two. Hey, yeah, arcade and laundromat. Yeah, you're right. If that was, all right, so you guys help him out with this one because he's gonna probably need help. Name a profession through which an ugly person might become famous. Y'all help him out.
Where are you getting these questions from? An ugly person can be famous.
Name a profession through which an ugly person might become famous.
Define famous.
See, stop.
No,
Hey,
but that's the
you
problem
you too
because
analytical, bro.
it.
Just stop
I can't.
thinking.
I can't. I can't help it, bro. Because that's the thing, right? you could be. You could be.
You can't think
You
like
could be.
normal.
You could be Instagram, but you could be Instagram famous. Some of the most ugliest dudes with money is famous because they're
Well,
sugar daddies, right?
that
So
and that'd have been the bottom answer where two people would agree. Internet or content, yeah, but that's not the ones. We need the top two.
Um, but when you say famous,
Valerie,
okay, just
hey,
help
I see it up there somewhere. Somewhere.
help help me understand. That's why I said define famous, like famous as in like movie famous, internet famous, or like I have a job and I'm
Hey,
famous per
no,
se.
no, come on now. I have. We know what famous
So,
is. Famous is you get a star down on Hollywood Boulevard. And it could be an actor, it could be this, it could be that, it could be other things that get you a star on Hollywood Boulevard. That's famous. Just answer the damn question. Quit thinking so hard. Tell them, like,
dude, I
I'm
can't, bro. I'm just
gonna help you out. The answer is in the text. Somebody posted it.
all right. Hold on. Thanks for throwing. Yo, I want to phone a friend.
Yeah, you need one. You might want to phone Michael because she's got all the
So,
answers.
Michael, I'm gonna go with. Uh,
OnlyFans.
oh my god.
Just take a drink. It's athletes.
Oh,
It's radio.
okay.
It's
Because Manute Bowl was an ugly cat.
who?
Manute
Oh,
Bowl.
I mean,
So,
yes.
shouts out to my ugly stars out there. This is this this is for you.
Hmm.
All right. I just took 3 shots of some of the most bomb whiskey.
This one is going to be easy for you, so you only get the top answer. Name a country with a lot of land.
China.
That's why I gave you the top one because that's number two.
It, it's the biggest. Russia. They're the two biggest. Yeah, Russia, right? They're the only two.
Russia.
Gotcha. Because I know the biggest state in the United States is Alaska. Number two is Texas.
Yes, sir.
So that I do know. I,
All right.
yay! I don't have to drink any more of my whiskey. What I should have did was get my get something clear. But today's a brown type of day for sure.
All right, my guy. I'm gonna give you one more, and then we're gonna let you go. Ooh. All right. This is gonna be cool. You gotta get the top five of these. Top five. You got to name them all. Name a superhero member of the Justice League.
I have nothing, bro.
Ooh, I gave
You know what, bro?
you had
You know,
no childhood, bro. You went straight into coming out the womb working.
yes, Justice League. That's you're laughing at me, bro, but
Look,
but I'm telling
I got
but I'm telling you, bro, I literally have been working since Lord knows when, right? But Justice League is it's not Marvel, right? Is it Marvel? See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, man, you know why when I was in school, I didn't go to recess because I don't play. You know what I'm saying?
we see that poor kid. You had no imagination. You never wanted to be a super poor kid. You gotta find him.
but but that's the I'm sorry, bro, but that just shows you how man, I only watch TV and movies like just to kind of I I just don't do it, man. I'm working. I work about 120 hours a
Oh,
week,
I believe you.
and I've always been that way. So,
Most of that is
um,
guys of the United States and stuff. Boy, you be flying everywhere.
and
Uh,
that's the thing. Like, it's funny because, man, like I found myself watching movies that's on TV that I land on, but like to go to a movie theater, and this is just the way I think. Like that's 3 hours I could be filming. That's 3 hours I could be strategizing, and I know that's not. I know it's not healthy, and I know it's not the right thing to do, but I'm going to enjoy myself and take that aha moment and watch once everything is built. But right now, um, I just like the grind, and I've always been a grinder, so it's hard for me to shut that off.
that would have been a
But
use Mario if the Justice League was only around for a year. The Justice League's been around when I was born, child. So
dude, but I could tell you every wrestler back in the day because I used to be a big wrestling fan, like Ted DiBiase, Junkyard Dog, Kamala, Road Warriors, Ric Flair, Jake the Snake. So it's kind of damn. I just showed my age there,
back,
but
brought me back. I was like,
but
that's good.
it's like I like I don't know, bro. It just because to me it's like an investment. Just like I watched John Wick 4 the other day, right?
How was it?
But it was good. But I never watched John Wick 1, 2, or 3. I just don't have the time to sit still, because I'm always
You went and watched four, and you could have just sat still and watched one.
no, I can't do that, man. I mean, to me, it's crazy as it sounds. It's not efficient for me to sit down and watch four movies or binge watch because I'm losing productivity.
I feel you.
What I'm gonna tell you like this: when I have the time, when I could kick back and I have the building in order, then I'll do that. But right now, bro, like I would gladly take another shot of my 12-year Japanese whiskey to to
Let's go. Let's
to
celebrate.
to do that. But it just shows you the commitment level too, man. Like this to me is not. I'm not sitting here being gimmicky. Like I really am pouring my all into it, and I'm on plane. When I was on a short flight from LA to Vegas, dude, if that's a 35-minute, 40-minute flight, as soon as they do the double chime, ding ding, we're past 10,000 feet, the laptop comes out. The laptop comes out. I'm editing video. I'm doing all these things because I'm just trying to be very efficient with my time. And it may be a sad thing. Shouts out to my man Barbara Murph. What's up? That's my guy. Barber
Wait,
Altitude Barbershop.
all right,
Um,
I'm gonna go.
but like and Murph could tell you too, man. I'm just a machine when it comes to doing things, and I'm gonna get my chance to relax later. But right now, as I'm able-bodied, I just really want to do what I could do in Barber View TV, and we have some big plans in Vegas. So I'm not gonna announce quite yet, but when the time comes, it's gonna come. but we're just really trying to like push the envelope and really just turn the spotlight on the barber and the culture. It's a $20 billion industry, and there's a lot of barbers out there that they're, to me, everyone's a rock star. Use your platform, use your image, use what people like about you the most to get out there, and we would like to be part of that. We may not be part of that, but we're definitely getting the attention of a lot of people and things that is starting the conversation. Just like our live streaming, like we're going to be live streaming the event on April 30th. We're traveling all over the globe to put things in your living room that you don't have to even go to, even though we want you to be in the building, right? But that's how big we're thinking, for you to be able to watch things live happen in a different country so you could see what they're doing in that country. And so to us, that's just the sweat equity in the investment that we're making, and we'd glad to show that. Shouts out to my man, raise the hands. What's up? And I seen Tyreek on there. Tyreek, is past your bedtime, bro. Isn't East Coast? I'm kidding. Tyreek's a monster too, man. And I just really love my relationships with those who gave me a chance, and those that believe in me for getting them across that line. And to me, that means everything. Like relationships and honor. To me, those are two of the biggest things that I hold close to me, because if you don't have those things, Barrett, like what do you literally have? You could, if you burn every bridge that you have, you can't go back. Now you're isolated from being able to do the basic things.
Yeah.
So to me, like I'm always, and you guys know, just with United Barbers Club, like we show up everywhere. We do exactly what we say we're going to do. We believe in our word and our commitment, So to me, like that's everything. I remember my dad back in the day said, "There's two things that you never want to let go bad: your credit and your word as a man." Because if those two things go bad, what do you literally have? Like you have nothing, And so to me, I've always been the one that would say, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to show up. And I've always done that every time for everything that I said I'm going to do it, because I want to be recognized as a person that, hey, that guy Mario, he's going to deliver. And I've always been that way, from cutting yards for $5, which you will never. When's the last time you saw somebody cut a yard?
I cut my yard.
No, like you don't see kids being the entrepreneurs now. Like they rather like do something else, like go on TikTok and stuff. But
Hi, man.
to us, it's kind of like we did those laborious things to earn money, because we knew that was things that we could touch and feel. And and to me, that always wins. Like all this social media, that's a phase that we're doing. And I have customers on Instagram. I have to be on there, right? Because I have customers there as a TV network. But at the end of the day, man, like you have to get something that's tangible, something that's real, something that you can touch and feel. And there's lots of fads, that goes in and out, and you have to do something that's respectable, that's scalable, and something that that's yours, that no one else is doing. Your uniqueness is your currency. You know what I'm saying? Not a Instagram post. That's not currency.
No.
that's you can't take that to the bank and be like, yo, I want to trade in these 30,000 followers for a check. You literally cannot do that. So don't try it unless you want to make the news, and you may want to make the news for a damn a social media a social media plug. But at the end of the day, like do what makes you happy. That's pretty much all I have to say to people.
Yeah.
And if it feels right, then do it. And if it's uncomfortable, you definitely want to do it. Because if you're comfortable, you're not going to want to expand into the four corners and do things that you want to do. You want to be uncomfortable at every corner. Whenever I do something, I want to push harder. I want to push further. And to me, that makes the most sense, because comfortable is nowhere you want to be.
No.
It
I agree.
does not pay bills.
I agree that.
So anyway, back to my shot.
Yes.
Geez,
Yeah.
the fourth one, man.
Say something. God, doggy. All right, everybody. We are ending this interview. We are honored to have Mario Johnson with Barberview TV. Again, if you guys have not tapped in with them, go follow Barberview TV on Instagram. Go subscribe to them on YouTube. And go download the Barberview TV app on
Everywhere.
all platforms. Uh, anything else you want to add to that?
No, just everybody, just like I said, man, do what makes you happy. Do what makes you feel great inside. Don't worry about what everyone else is saying or doing. Don't follow stuff. And it's hard not to, bro. Man, I'm telling you, it's been, there's so much distractions right now. Just do you consistently.
Nice.
And I think that, and I think that's going to not only keep you in check, but also allow you to focus on you. Because if you're worrying about everything else that's going on, you no one could physically do it. No matter how many challenges you do, no matter how many dances you do, no matter how many bots you deploy, once that goes away, you're left with yourself and who you are. So do you the best.
Amen. Well,
So
yeah, we're gonna do that. Did we drink yet? Did you drink? Did you still got
it's
the
gone, bro. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Look,
here's
it's
to your
gone.
last statement.
It's gone.
Mario, thank you again. I will be speaking with you real
Whoa,
soon.
whoa, whoa! Hold on 1 second. Follow my finger. Yo, you look.
Stop
My
moving
man, that's dope,
it.
man. And man, I just want to say I really appreciate the relationship with the United Barbers Club and Barberview TV. As we expand and grow, man, we want to be a place where you can get those gems, those nuggets to help, maybe brighten your day or get you over that hump or anything like. Use our platforms. Use Tyreek Jackson for
Oh
inspiration.
yeah,
Use United Barbers Club for game.
yes.
Use our network to go to a different country to see what they're doing. That's what it's there for. It's not there just to be another thing. Like this is a network for the barbers. Always feel free to reach out to me, and I'm always looking for to reach out to film for content and stuff like that. So to me, that's always the thing that I'm looking for. But please reach out. I'll be the one responding and sharing with you and things like that. But also check out all of our programming. Check out all of our live streams. Check out everything that we're doing. It's quite interesting, amazing, and exciting. And we want everyone to be part of it because it's for the culture. Like it's legitimately for the culture.
Man.
So I just wanted to point that out.
All right, my guy, stay blessed. Get some rest. I'll be talking to you soon.
All right, man. Everyone, thank you so much. We'll be in touch and make sure to check us both out.
Hey.